Do you play Pokemon? Have you played Pokemon Gen 2? Did you pick a starter other than Chikorita? Well, I hate to inform you, but you are literally the reincarnation of the German mustache man. And the reason is because the gaming journalist that we are going to take a look at today said so. So I was scrolling around on the internet, just minding my own business, scrolling Twitter, and I came across a post linking a absolutely fantastic gaming journalist article called "What Do You Mean Who's Picking Chikorita?" The Pokemon fandom sexism is showing, and I'm still picking my girl in Legends ZA. Chikorita, you will always be famous. And it's by Olivia Rolls. So what I thought we could do today is just go ahead and read through this article together and see what useful information we can extract from it. Spoiler alert, by the way, guys, there's absolutely nothing of value in this article, and this is nothing but a waste of bandwidth on the internet. In light of Pokemon Day 2025, I was thrilled to see Chikorita revealed as one of the returning starters in Pokemon Legends ZA. Then I remembered people hate Chikorita. Oh, fuck! You mean to tell me people on the internet have a different opinion than me? I mean, seriously, we're talking about a mostly single-player game here. You can still pick Chikorita. Nobody's gonna, break down your door like a goddamn SWAT team over it. But then again, if a gaming journalist wasn't complaining about something that doesn't matter at all, they wouldn't be a gaming journalist now, would they? Like, to the point of crashing out on the internet. One user on TikTok asked, "Literally, who's picking Chikorita?" You call that crashing out? It's just a simple question, and the reason he asks that question is because the other two Pokemon are just statistically better than Chikorita. They also look cooler, so... How dare you ask this question, you piece of shit? Originally from the Johto region, the Grass-type starter Chikorita is back for the release of Legends ZA. It's joined by fellow Johto partner, the Water-type Totodile, and the Unova region's fire starter Tepig. Altogether, this is a ragtag trio of Pokemon that have gone overlooked since the regional debuts and are now getting a fair chance to shine as we head back to Lumiose City in Kalos. You'd think this were a cause for celebration, right? Not even the possibility of Mega Evolution or a new regional evolution is enough to stop the Chikorita hate, since it was introduced back in the Gen 2 titles Gold and Silver, and became a member of Ash's team in the anime. Chikorita and her iconic leaf ponytail have been the subjects of criticism and bad faith debates. It's ironic that you say bad faith while you paint Chikorita as a girl despite having over a 85% chance of being male. Held to the same double standards as the girls and LBGTQIA plus fans who've stuck by her side all these years. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, but okay. If it's not a complaint about Chikorita's girly or lackluster appearance, it's about her average stats and poor performance in her native region. Wait, you mean to tell me that Pokemon players actually care about the stats of their Pokemon? What are you gonna tell me next? The computer wasn't built in a day? Are you gonna tell me that water is wet? Are you gonna tell me humanity didn't find a way to land on the moon in a day? I mean, is she forgetting that the entire point of Pokemon is to have the Pokemon with the best possible stats? Bro, this just proves that these people don't even play the games they talk about. Funny, considering its final evolution, Meganium, I think is how you say that, is comparable to fan favorites like the Kalos fossil Pokemon Aurorus, and just about as useful as Charizard if we're strictly talking home games. Meanwhile, Charizard remains not only one of the most beloved Pokemon of all time, but also revered for its apparent strength, given not one but two Mega forms, both of which are making a comeback in Legends ZA. Unsurprisingly, the Chikorita hate presses on. Oh no, we wouldn't want to hurt the virtual Pokemon's feelings now, would we? But you completely forget that most people, when they pick a starter Pokemon, they have no idea what the final evolution looks like, especially if they're playing that region for the first time. When people picked their starter for the first time in Gen 2, they didn't know what Chikorita would evolve into. They never thought to themselves, let's pick this non-cool looking Pokemon because they might evolve into something really good. Like, bruh, what the hell is this logic, man? Most people, when they pick a starter, they're like, alright, which one looks the coolest? And they're picking that one. While design and stat preferences are subjective, what's especially silly about furthering this narrative is that the thinly veiled misogyny that's always surrounded the Chikorita line likely won't hold very much weight soon. Do you possibly have any proof that there's misogyny surrounding Chikorita? Possibly a source? Unless, of course,
my source is that I made it the fuck up.
There's misogyny surrounding Chikorita because I say so. Truly a convincing argument if I say so myself. With the next Legends title in the works, we can safely assume we'll see each returning starter receive a new form, whether a regional final evolutionary form or a mega evolution. Either way, stat boosts and design touch-ups are all but guaranteed, answering big complaints. In the meantime, signaling out Chikorita and bashing its stats feels needlessly hateful and honestly pretty sexist and homophobic. Wait, what's sexist and homophobic about pointing out the fact that stats are not up to par with the other starters? What the hell are you even talking about? Do you even know what these words mean, or are you just throwing them in your article in hopes to win over low IQ people? That's a rhetorical question, by the way. It's obviously the latter option. And you wonder why gaming journalism is deader than Shakespeare laying in his casket. To those asking who's planning on picking Chikorita, I am. And I'm tired of debating one of my favorite starters' viability. You don't have to debate shit, dude. It's your video game. You pick who you want. Like, I've played Bloodborne before, and I picked that Trick Cane weapon. It's the worst weapon in the game to pick. But I'm not gonna get on the internet and, vehemently defend it. I know it's not up to par with the other weapons, but I just pick it for fun. The fact that you're this insecure over your choice of a character in a video game is honestly pathetic. You picked Chikorita, who gives a shit? You gotta find something better to do with your time. Though it may seem like a bunch of random guys came out of the woodwork to tell everyone how disappointed they are that Chikorita is back, there are just as many fans eager to choose the grass partner for another adventure. Maybe it's not much, but I've even seen Tumblr polls showing Chikorita ahead of both Totodile and Tepig for Legend ZA starter picks. Here's a load of love and support for the little Breen Sprout to restore your faith in the Pokemon community. If you're a Chikorita, Bayleaf, and Meganium fan, knowing the line could be getting a makeover soon is more than a little nerve-wracking. We all want to see her at her best, after all. With the first look trailer released on Pokemon Day 2025, some have pointed out that Chikorita will now have access to the Fairy-type move, Disarming Voice in Legends ZA, implying she might gain a dual Grass and Fairy typing with a potential new form. Please, Game Freak, do right by our girl. Pokemon Legends ZA is slated for release in late 2025. Well, that pretty much does it for today's article. What an absolute heap of feces. That has to be one of the worst gaming journalist articles that I have ever read. This is just another one of those articles that people are going to point to when a gaming journalist cries about not being trusted. And with that being said, I don't have anything else to say. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you're a Chikorita fan, leave a dislike and an angry comment, and peace.